With today being the first Thursday of the month, it's time to crack open my book, Eating an Elephant, Write Your Life One Bite at a Time, to see what we can find. Since I first started doing this vlog in November of 2022, amazing it's been that long, we looked at 17 different bites from the elephant. From the very first, and I think the most important bite number 1, the only way to do this wrong is to not do it at all, to talking about writing schedules, to our favorite unconscious words, to stopping in the middle, to comma splices. We have talked about a lot of things that are in this book. Today, we take another bite and focus on a tasty morsel to help you write your life stories. Hi, my name is Patricia Charpentier, and welcome to episode 81 of the Life Writers Blog, where you can find inspiration and useful tips to help you write your life stories. Today, we're focusing on bite number 10. Bite number 10, all the way at the front of the book. The name of this bite is timeline. Timeline. I'm always encouraging everyone to narrow the focus of your story and don't take too big a bite when writing. But it's always good to get a wide-angle view of your personal peckerderm, your life story, before you dig into the details. A timeline is a great way to get that high-level view. You may have already created a timeline of your life or your family. My first timeline was really fancy. I started with the oldest living relative I knew and went to the current day. As I said, it was really fancy. Not. Okay. All this was several sheets of white lined paper. I turned sideways and wrote the entries in pencil so I could erase, which I, of course, had to do to fit more things in or move something around. I cannot tell you how valuable this has been to me. I have it close by all the time when I'm writing. It's so easy to have the names and the dates and the places and everything all in one little compact set of pages to help me remember when I forget when something happened. This is considered a personal timeline. All the information on this timeline is personal. It's also good to create a historical timeline, which places your personal experiences in the context of history. A good way to do that is to start with your personal timeline and then write in significant historical moments opposite your personal information so you can see what happened. Let me show you. This is one I put together. The information at the top, get it smaller here. The information at the top is historical information. This is D-Day, atomic bomb, ends World War II, Challenger accident, the moonwalk, Hurricane Katrina, bank bailout, all different kinds of historical moments. Then beneath the historical moments, I wrote my personal history. Sometimes it's amazing to see, oh, this happened when this was going on in the world. And it makes a difference at times. You can get historical information from a number of websites. A good one I like contains a lot of interesting info, and it's free, and it's a lot of fun to see what it comes up with. It's called ourtimelines.com. Everything's spelled out, ourtimelines with an S.com. I will put that link in the show notes as well. If you go to that site, click on timelines on the menu at the left, Enter your name, your year of birth, and the current year. If you're doing it for a family member who's already passed away, put in the year of their death and click on Generate Timeline. Then voila, you have a color-coded listing of historical and technical events, disasters, leadership items. All of those are going to appear on your screen. It also tells you how old you were for each event. It's fun to read. I discovered pantyhose was invented when I was 4 years old. I could have lived without that invention altogether. I was 13 in 1969 for the Summer of Love when Woodstock took place. I was 38 in 1994 when smartphones came out. I was 54 in 2010 when the Haiti earthquake occurred, killing 220,000 people and injuring 300,000 more. Those are the kind of things you'll find on ourtimelines.com. It's a free site. Whoever is behind it, updating it is hit or miss. The last entry I see now is 2022, but it will give you lots of good information you can put on a historical timeline. Also know a timeline doesn't need to cover your entire life. You can do a timeline just for a story you're writing or a chapter. That can be really helpful to get that big picture the timeline shows you. So tell me, have you ever created a personal or historical timeline? If you did any insights come from seeing your life on paper? If you've done a historical timeline, where did you get the historical details to put on it? If you've never done a timeline, will you try creating one now? Give us your thoughts about timelines and creating a timeline in the comment section below. Always remember, the only way to do this wrong is to not do it at all. The only way to do it wrong is to not do it at all. Until next time, everybody, happy writing.
Don't miss the next episode. Sign up to be notified of future posts and upcoming events. Use the buttons below to share this episode on social media or with a friend who might like it. If you enjoyed this week's episode, you will love our Life Writers membership. Whether you don't know where to start writing your life stories, have started and stopped many times, or have been writing but want to receive feedback to make your stories better, the Life Writers membership is where you need to be. We have a Get Started roadmap, an extensive library of instructional videos, live events via Zoom, and a supportive and active community. If you want to take the stories that live in your heart and mind and put them into words on the page, check out Life Writers at lifewriters.us.